Hey everybody, this is Avarice Paradox, and welcome back to Monstrum. So in our last episode, we attempted to go for the sub-ending, but unfortunately, we misunderstood how the whole stop the monster from breaking the controls thing worked. I thought I could just block the stairs. Apparently I was supposed to block whatever door he was coming in. That was my bad. So we're going to try to go for the sub or the helicopter ending once again. See if we can't get those two knocked out, and we'll see where it takes us. So let's go ahead and start up. So far, I don't think there's been a new update yet. I'll have to double check on that. If there has, I'll put some information in the description below with the usual links. Come on. There we go. Still takes a little bit. And once again, I'm sorry about the squeaky chair. Unfortunately, there's not a whole lot I can do about that unless there's some kind of setting I can adjust on my Yeti mic to like get rid of sounds over a certain decibel. I'll have to look into that, unfortunately. So it looks like we are on the upper decks. I also did adjust the audio a little bit as far as the game audio, because I've noticed that for some reason after the update it seemed to normalize all the audio signals again so that everything was extremely loud, especially when the monster would be chasing me and things would get a little bit more up-tempo. So I went ahead and fixed that. The game audio as far as the sound effects should be about normal, but I did turn down like music and stuff just to make it a little bit more bearable when I'm being chased, for both me and you. Let's see, that's where I came from. Let's see, nothing. I kind of wish they would let you do something with the beds aside from just climbing under them. And let's go back up to the bridge, because the bridge is a place where the helicopter key occasionally spawns. Is there a camera down here? There is. Of course there is. Why wouldn't the developer make this a ball buster? I don't really need the cup, but I'll take it anyway. Actually, no I'm not. I'm going to drop that shit right now. Wait a minute, what? Oh, okay. Yeah, I'm going to throw that down. I want nothing to do with the glass, especially when the monster starts coming. Because apparently you can't physically set down the glasses. You can only drop them, which if you break the glasses, it can be a way to draw the monster out, which I don't want to do yet. But let's see if we can't find the helicopter key. It does spawn in the commissary, or the not commissary, I guess. I'm not sure if that's the right word or not. The room where all the sailors come to eat. I still don't know how to get in these rooms. If any of you have any idea how to get into those rooms, let me know. Because so far I have yet to find any kind of indicator on how to actually get into those. Or for that matter, what the point of actually powering up the fuse boxes is. Because it doesn't actually seem to have a purpose. Aside from wasting a fuse. I think I heard Big Red just a second ago. Let's go back down one floor, just in case. Yep, I hear him. And he's coming. And he's coming. Yep, that's Big Red, alright. Can't miss that big lovable face, can I? He is my least favorite to avoid right now. I think both times I've beaten the game so far without glitching the monster on some kind of terrain has been against Kurobashi-san, which is fine. I mean, it can't always be a perfect run, as 8 episodes of this has obviously shown, but he definitely seems to be the harder to avoid issues with. Let's see. Son of a bitch. Okay. Let's walk out this way and let's go to the helicopter pad, and by proxy the submarine half of the ship. I could always go south and through the cargo containers, but I don't want to do that, as I've probably made aware an abundant amount of times in previous videos. I hate going through those things. They're confusing. There's at least 2 dead ends I'm aware of that it's really hard to tell which path dead ends. Aside from that, everything is just not really up to what I feel like doing, especially against Big Red. Kurobashi-san you can kind of get away with, but as soon as I see that egg room, I freak out and I have to leave because I have nightmares about the egg room. Yeah, but no. Nothing. Oh, gas, but I still don't know what the gas is good for. You can light it on fire with a lighter, but it actually doesn't do anything other than burn out relatively quickly. Which sucks, because I thought that if it burnt longer, you could use that as a defensive trap against the monster if you're trying to make an escape attempt. So, like, you know, set up everything, turn on the power to the submarine so it starts charging, and then lay fire traps, essentially. Just the concept of a fire trap in a game like this seems just so much fun to me. Let's see. There's a power door, but I don't want to waste my fuse in case I have to go for the sub ending. So what I'm going to do is go this way. And nope, that's the power room. I think I hear him again. Yeah, I hear him again. Turn off my flashlight right quick. I'm gonna go all the way down. Okay, now I'm all the way down. Now what? Oh, okay. Submarine room. And over. So yeah, those locked rooms, I still don't know how to get in. It's a point of interest for me though, because those rooms have to have some mechanism to get into. There's no way it has anything to do with the power rooms, because that would just be completely and totally obnoxious and stupid. I don't want to go into the crates when he's this close. Not when he's this close. But yeah, those are 2 huge mysteries about that game I still have not uncovered. Is the barricaded doors with the metal plating across them, because there has to be a way into them, or at least to unlock them. But so far, the torches, I want to say, I tested that theory in one video. They didn't work. And I have extreme doubts that something like the bolt cutters would work. That just doesn't seem like they would be powerful enough to cut through those strong metal bar rivets. Side of the ship right quick and explore the rest of the crew cabins before I head back to the other side, because I'm pretty sure I'm going to have to get the bolt cutters from that part of the ship, because I've never seen them over here to my knowledge. Egg timer. And that is another thing. The key for the helicopter is extremely small by comparison to everything else. It is actually smaller than the egg timer, and I have overlooked the egg timer constantly. A cup. It's usually on a table like that. But it's not on that table. No, no, no. God damn it. See if I can't hear which direction he's going to come from. Usually I can tell. I mean, he might just come from below deck. I didn't actually hear him show up yet, so he might be on his way, but he's not here yet. And have I stated how much I fucking hate cameras? I fucking hate cameras. Ooh, that's a good idea as well. I probably need to go ahead and check the floor, or the life raft deck, because it might be there. Nothing. Well, the life raft deck might have torches or power cells, but the helicopter keys won't be up there. That's another thing. I don't. The fire extinguisher doesn't actually seem to affect the monster, which sucks, because you would think the monster that's basically made out of heat would be affected by something that's trying to cool it down, but clearly not the case. Alright, keep going, keep going. I am running a whole lot more in these episodes, just because I'm trying to get from point A to point B a bit faster. Lower the amount of time the episodes take, if I can. I think it still attracts the monster more when you run. At least that makes sense, because you can creep past them by crouching relatively easily, actually. But whether you'd want to do that if he's in the area, I don't think you would want to, because you move at a snail's pace when you're crouching, which sucks so much, because their patrol path for the ship, especially if they've already been in the area investigating an appearance of you or a sound, they have this bad habit of patrolling like less than, say, 15 feet from where the sound is, so usually where you are, and then immediately padding back a little bit, especially Big Red. Big Red will stay inside will stay inside an area for a long time, where Kurobashi-san usually makes one pass, and then he leaves. I don't know whether that is intentional, or whether Big Red, because he is a big angry magma golem, just doesn't have a pathing set for leaving the area. Because I've seen Kurobashi-san leave a zone before, but I've never seen Big Red's animation for leaving an area. Wow. Stop doing that. I don't know when it started doing that, but now if I look directly at something, and because I'm using the D-pad, or the 360 controller, if I look at an object and click, and click the button, it will actually just pick up the item now. I don't want it to do that. That sets a bad precedent for the future. Because what if I pick up something running away from the monster and it's not the item I need? And then I had to stop, drop, and then move on. Oh, shut up, camera. There we go. Alright, let's head back to the other side of the ship and see if we can't round up a power cell. And we'll be good to go to try the sub-ending again. If I could get a sub-ending victory, that would be glorious. But yeah, as much as I would like to figure out the mechanics of this game and how they interact with the monster, a lot of them just don't seem to work like you would anticipate. Like, technically, no, even if you did set it on fire, gasoline should burn quite a bit longer than it does in the game. Because it literally burns for maybe less than 15 seconds, maybe even less than 10 seconds in the game, which does you no good if it's supposed to act as a deterrent for the monster. Because the monster will just straight up go through that thing. He doesn't care. And the fire extinguisher didn't seem to do anything either, which I don't see the point of having an item you can pick up and physically manipulate if it's not actually going to have a physical effect on your gameplay. Because the lighter has to only, I think at this point the lighter has to only be in the game because the gasoline is in the game, and the gasoline can be set ablaze. But on that same note, the fact, because the lighter doesn't give off enough light to actually act as a light source. If it did, that would be awesome. But then you would have to add mechanics into the game, like maybe a limited amount of fuel, or a little bit more shadow play, as far as the way the wickering of the flame on the... fucking steam. The wickering of the flame on the lighter requirement, which would be cool, but I'm not sure you could actually do that in this engine. I'm not sure what engine this is when I think about it. I don't think it's Unity, but I could be wrong. A lot of early access / in development indie games seem to be working on either Unity. You see a few on Crytek, but they're usually already well-established developers with a track record. And I don't think Junkfish has made that many games. I could be wrong on that. I haven't looked into their history too terribly much. I've seen their company website, and it didn't have a whole lot going on at the moment. And it was basically just this game, and that's it. Which is fine. I mean, everyone has to start somewhere. Nothing. But I think this is definitely, if this is their first title as a team, it is an amazing step in the right direction. Especially if they're going to make a history of making survival horror games. This is definitely a step in the right direction. It takes all the things I loved about games like, let's see, what's some examples? Amnesia. Like, it takes the isolation element and the lack of really ability to stop monsters and adds in other elements as well. It makes it just work very, very well. I think I'm going to have to go back upstairs because I'm pretty sure he's on this floor already. And that's going to be a problem. I don't want to go back that way. But yeah, Junkfish Games, definitely a team that's doing an amazing job. They've been listening to the community, making changes that actually help the performance of the game, the overall gameplay experience by... What is that? Oh, that's nothing. The light of the glow stick makes things look weird. Actually making meaningful changes to the game in order to better it. So, like, the most recent example would be the change to how items spawn, which is great because this is the simple... God damn it. Just the simple fact that everything is a little bit more randomized adds to the game's replayability and reduces the frustration of a player who's been playing the game a lot, but either finding the items too easily accessible, which I have yet to find the items very easily accessible, or... Let's see, where's the power room? Here's the power room. Is there anything in there worth taking? I can't actually tell. Or just making the game better and easier to play. Like the recent stabilization of the frame rate patch, I've noticed that it's helped the gameplay a lot because in episodes 1 through 5 that I did of the series, I noticed a lot of frame rate inconsistencies and this just jarring sudden drops that would make it nearly impossible to actually get away from the monster if you just are not on the ball. Because you couldn't turn. You literally were just stuck holding the control down to the left or the right to make a turn, and that can be painful for some players, especially players who aren't as used to playing a early access game and therefore expecting these things to happen. But they're doing significantly better than I thought, and that I thought they were going to. Very few early access games from companies that I haven't heard of already seem to impress me anymore. Clay is an example of one that's so well established that they might as well be considered a major player in my book, because they've been around so long. They have so many good games under the belt, and I think Junkfish has the potential, if they stay together as a group, because I think they're all in college right now, and this was like a college project that just sort of spanned off. But if they stick together and they continue this trend of very good quality product, then I think they have the potential to do significantly more and possibly make an even bigger name for themselves than they might already have outside of the survival horror community. This has been an amazing game so far, and aside from some slight foibles with certain aspects of the game, it's been an amazing game so far, and I can't wait to see the third monster. And that's my overarching opinion as I make small talk from the monster. I'm very bad at small talk. I really need to figure out how to get into these rooms, like really badly. Like, is there like a... That angers me greatly, that I can't figure out how to get into here. Like, if there was like a vent, not even a vent, maybe like a hole in a wall adjacent to the wall that one shares, that would be cool. Like, that would even show an indicator that says, hey, the monster busted through this wall, and now you can get into this room, but you can only get into this room from this adjacent room. But the trick is... God damn it. But the trick is that since it is adjacent to... or not adjacent. Since it shares a room where the main door can't be opened, there's a risk versus reward. So maybe you put a particularly important escape item in that room. So the risk is you can get trapped in that room if the monster's nearby. The reward is you're one step closer to getting out of the frickin' ship. Still haven't found the commissary. I'm kind of concerned about that. That is one thing. The commissary, there's parts of the bridge area that I'm not sure whether they're all standardized. Like, the certain rooms need to be on the ship. So, A, the bridge, B, the crew quarters, which we have plenty of those, C, kitchen, and D, the actual commissary where the sailors can eat. I seem to run into the commissary very randomly. Like, I'll be doing something else and then I'll find it, and I won't mentally take a note of where it is for future. And that's a failing on my part, really. God, I'm the Lord of the Fuses at this point. If this ship was filled with power doors, I would be God. I think I've seen 2 so far. I need to just go ahead and open it. Shut up. Stupid Steam. Ooh, do I want to be here? Probably not, but things being as they are. Oh my god, I've never seen those in this place. That is actually mildly terrifying. That's the second time I've actually seen those masks. There was one in a off-screen gameplay I was doing, and it was like sitting in the corner of the kitchen, and I was like, I've never seen this before. And I don't know if they added it in the game just this last patch or not, but I think that's pretty cool that I can find those new little nuances added to the game that I've never seen before. Let's add that. If only to get it out of my inventory. Oh, it doesn't absorb the lamp anymore. I thought it absorbed the lamp. So, come on. The torches are loud, I think. I think the torches cause a lot of noise. Which makes sense. Alright. I think they adjusted the flashlight battery life too, because I used up that first flashlight pretty quick. Don't make the power cell be only in the crates, please. I'll go back in there, but I won't like it. Screwdriver. God, the light it fades it's fading. Alright, I'm gonna go back upstairs then. Well, if I can find my way back upstairs. I think it was actually back this way? Yeah. So there's two ways up. Well, yeah, two ways up. It's this way? Yeah, okay. I'm not losing my mind, I swear. It was but a momentary madness. Sanity is for the weak. Nope, nope. Gasoline. I have a bad habit of re-exploring floors. Nope. And up. Let's go back up onto the bridge. I think it does. It does, okay. I should probably find some power rooms and use all these. No point in having them on me. I only need to keep one, just in case I do this up. I fucking hate cameras so much. The cameras throw my flight or flight and instinct like just completely out the window. Because especially if I don't know where the camera is in relation to me when they start detecting, I'll just start running, and it's a 50-50 shot of whether I'm actually running in the right direction. I don't know if a boiler would actually be on a ship like this, or like those radiator heaters. I don't know if those would actually be on a ship like this. I guess they could be, but I don't know. I know just enough about ships to be dangerous, and that's just about it. What's in here? Ooh, nothing but broken stuff. And nothing, okay. The broken rooms I feel need more stuff in them too. See, rooms like these irritate me. The fact that they are literally guarded by a patrolling camera. I don't think that's right. Okay, so now I have one of these. We'll do that, and flip that, and get off. Ooh, helicopter keys. And now I have to find the bolt cutters. Cool. Bolt cutters seem to be one of the harder items to find. Commissary. Sweet. So it's on like the 5th or 6th floor of the ship. Pretty standardly. Oh wait, I was just in here. Wait, this isn't the commissary. This is like the recreation room. The commissary actually has like physical tables for the crew to eat. I've been in here before because I left the door open. Where are you, power cell? Wherefore art thou? I don't think it'll actually be on this part of the ship though. So I am actually going to go back to the below decks. And not here, clearly. To the below decks. Not here either. You see, why in the world would I want to make this place easier for the monster to spawn? Power cell. That still kind of boggles my mind. Is like, why would you do that? At what point in time would that seem like a smart idea? Because there's even like a brief explanation on like the fuse boxes, but it doesn't ever go into why in the world you would want to actually use the fuse box. Because hell, you start off with a flashlight. Light sourcing is not that huge an issue. It really isn't. I think I hear him. I'm pretty sure I hear him. Holy shit, did he rip? He ripped the door off of that. That is one thing I like, is the fact that the monsters will, at least Big Red, will rip the doors off. Let's go ahead and use the key. Oh shit. Are you serious? About to say, how the hell did he find me so quick? Like, I literally just got here. But yeah, the fact that he can block, that you can block the doors in the sub ending, but you can only do it with the cart. And only, it appears only the door that he's actually going to come in, so you sort of have to stagger the idea. So like, I think I'm going to have to wait till he's in the area with me, and then like position it relatively close to the door, and then do the ending. Otherwise I risk screwing everything up in the process. In the process. So like, if I wait till he's over near this door, I can easily maneuver that and get it into position. And I guess it's not that hard to move, really. In all actuality. Now the real test. The real test of my metal. Because if he comes to this door, I honestly don't think I'll be able to pull it off. Well, we live or we die by... What? What? We live or we die on the merits of this plan, so... I wish that thing would like explode if he tried to do anything to it. And I can even tell from here that there are still like no... Yeah, there's no... There used to be frickin' lockers there, and they removed them, and I don't like that. Alright. Elonzi.
Launch sequence initiated. Sealing room doors. Pressurizing room. Charging vehicle.
will he come for this door?
Charge level at
Nope.
10%.
Come get me, big boy. Come get me, big boy. Come on, come on. I can do this all day.
75%.
Play with me.
Charge sequence completed. Opening bay doors.
Come play with me, big boy. Come play with me. Come on. Let's play chicken, motherfucker. Whee! Chase me! Chase me! Going down, down. Come on. Alright, he should lose me here in a second. And that should be just enough. Yes! Victory! Whoa. That's awesome. Oh my god. I had to play chicken with the big angry magma monster, but we got off the ship. Holy crap. Whew. 2 endings down, 1 to go. So this has been Monstrum. It is still in early access. If you want to learn more about the game, the descriptions will be in the links will be in the description below. Oh, I'm so happy I'm messing up all of my words. And if you want to see more of this, make sure to like, favorite, comment, and subscribe. And as always, I will see you in the next video. Bye-bye.